Hey guys, welcome back to Pole Sweets. If you're new here, this is Pole Sweets, where there's always room for more. This channel is an entertainment and educational YouTube channel based off of our merchandise website, polesweets.com. So if you're into pole dancing, aerial arts, circus art, spicy accounting, stripping, all of that, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell. This week's Pole Sweets video is gonna be a reaction video, and oh boy. I'm going to be reacting to my PSO Atlantic Level 3 Championship routine, where I did in fact come in last place. It's funny now. It's like funny haha now. Before it was like funny weird. The routine was originally supposed to be done in PSO 2020, but we all know what happened to that. 2022 came around and they were like, hey, you can perform again in person, want to do it? And I was like, yeah, even though I had taken a bunch of time off pole. Either way, I worked really hard on this routine, but the other ladies I competed against were just better. So I saw the other ladies' performances and they were amazing, and I was like, that's totally fine. But hindsight is 2020, so I'm gonna be reacting to the video, having a good chuckle, and just pointing out some things that I would have changed or things that I could have improved. I can read you the scorecard that I got from the judges. I can't remember what it said, so we will see at the end if what they say matches up to what I said. But yeah, enough of me talking. Let's get down to business and watch this video. Let's get down to business to defeat the... I'm gonna put the link to the video, so if you wanna watch it uninterrupted, I'm gonna put it in the description, but let's get started. Ooh, why am I freaking out? Okay, let's get started. I'm so nervous here. The walk is
It's 20 to 2 and you know that I want some. Should be drinking down, but he poisoned my mind anytime that I'm on one.
I just wanted to mention that whole first part that you just saw was choreographed by the lovely Yvonne, who is in our last mini vlog. She choreographed it amazingly. I did it a little different than she probably intended, just out of sheer nervousness, but that's okay. That's all right. All right, moving on. We're getting into the static combo.
Tomorrow I'll wake up and pray it's the day that I won't miss it or want it or need him to stay.
I'm actually not too mad at that climb. And the flex, love that. Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but what happened was every time we rehearsed this, when I hooked my leg, I was facing in a weird direction. And so you can actually see me physically turning myself around on the top of the pole, which just makes me cringe. Only way for this next part to look halfway decent. You're gonna see what I mean with this next pass.
Better they taste.
So I guess for that drop, I guess that was just straight up adrenaline, because my heel like damn near touched my head. I don't know how that happened, but I just like flung my body into it. Threw my body into it, because I was just like, if I make this drop as exaggerated as possible, maybe I'll get some extra little brownie points for it being like climactic. But instead I almost like scorpioned myself. That splitty move that I did actually was supposed to be both hands on, and that was another moment of just like straight adrenaline. I was like, oh, I'm taking my hand off now. I guess I can do that. First time I'd ever done it. Had been rehearsing it for pretty much a year, if not more, and had never let go until I was on stage. It looks like I was going into a shoulder mount and I just bailed. I actually did not plan to go into a shoulder mount at all. It just looks like I was going to. So I don't know if the judges like thought that I bailed out of a shoulder mount. I hope they didn't. I don't remember that being brought up in my score sheet, but I just thought it'd be a cute little way to come down to the floor. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, ooh. Love a cat cow. Love hip. Favorite part. She ate that big split, honestly.
So I do gotta think I can sink anywhere. Every tomorrow I'll wake up and pray I won't be caught in the sugar. You're sour, you're
that transition to the back knee hook spin, it could have been better executed. But I was a little nervous, so I'm gonna let myself have that one. All right, now
stop it, so give it to me.
So that was supposed to be an air walk, but I forgot, and it was supposed to be an air walk. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, but by the time I went into the air walk, the music had just kept going and it was too late. And I was just like, oh, time for the next move, I guess. I've rushed that hook so fast. Every time I watch this video, I really wish I had taken a second to really like chop her out to get into the hook, because when I did it on a static pole, it was so good and so clean that I wish I hadn't rushed through it and just gave myself a second and was just like, girl, chill out. Love that move. I stand by that decision. I don't love that one. Don't love that. Again, why did I rush that? Why didn't I take a second to do a sit, you know? Another section choreographed by Yvonne. She was like, take a second and breathe, because this dance is long. I was like, that's fair. Again, why did I rush that? My climbs look so good though. I'm proud of that. Also, again, that was another moment where I let go. I did not do that in any of the rehearsals for the year before this. I don't know why, but the adrenaline, I was just like, I'm gonna hit this nest and I'm gonna let go with both hands. I knew I could do that, but I don't know where that came from. But I stand by my decision. That was cute. I love how my butt looks in this in this pose. Again, why am I rushing? Why did I rush through that? Because as you could see, go back and rewind it, but as you can see, like I went into my hello boys, which is like, you know, your straddle position, and I was facing the back. I was facing the back of the room. I wasn't even facing the judges. Why did I rush through that situation? It would have been so much cuter if I had like taken a beat, given it a second, but just adrenaline. I think I was just like, the faster you do this and you kill it, the faster it'll be like 2 years and done. So there's a lot of stuff that I really wish I hadn't rushed. Why am I facing the back of the room? And that little kick before I went down, oh my God. And me getting up like so exhausted. Okay, thanks, bye. Like, bye. Like, what? In the moment, I was really like, damn. Because in rehearsal, I had done it so many times to make sure when I landed that split, I was looking at the audience. And in the moment, I just completely muffed it up. Okay, so I did some digging and I actually was able to find my old score sheets. It looks like Judge 2 just did not enjoy my performance. I have like multiple 6s from Judge number 2. And it looks like my highest overall score was from Judge number 3 with an 83 out of 100. I'll take that. That's a B+, girl. I will take that. Looks like from first glance, quality of execution was not all the way there, which is totally, I would agree. My execution was flawed. A 6 for difficulty of combinations. I think that's kind of harsh, but that's just me. Let's see some of the feedback. Let's see some of that. So this is the Judge number 1 score sheet. So says the beginning of my dance moves and the eye contact was good. I'm a very confident spinner. The things I could improve on. I got a little stuck at the move at the top of the pole. Yeah, that's where my hand placement was like jacked up and I had to turn myself around. Square split. Yeah. Oh my God. I know I messed up my split. I know I messed it up. I feel bad about it to this day. I have nightmares about it. Thank you. Some of the moves I held for a really good amount of time. Some of them I went too fast, which is also what I said. So it looks like we're self-aware, gang. Judge number 2. Floor work and balances on the ground between static and spin pole were strong. Thank you. My combinations flowed well with the music. All right. And I displayed strength. Things I could improve on. Static blocking and profiling. Agree. And committing to my inversion, so I, hold my straddle back longer. I said that about the second inversion, that I just really don't know why I rushed into it. So me and Judge 2 also on the same page. No surprises. Judge number 3. You better walk on that stage like you doing what you doing. Great ownership of the character and the hair whips. Period. Beautiful inside leg hook on the spin. Thank you. And then my choppers are strong. I appreciate that considering my second chopper was not as great. Things I can improve on. Be mindful of pursing your lips during transition. Yes. So note about this actually, when we first started putting this routine together, it was right before the pandemic. All right. So we started wearing masks. So I had performed and rehearsed this routine dozens of times with a mask on, and I didn't have to care about what my lower half of my face looked like. I think like 2 weeks before it was time for me to perform on stage, I got an email from PSO saying that I didn't have to wear a mask during my performance, and I freaked out because I was like, dude, I have not had to be concerned about the bottom half of my face at all, let alone during my performance. But yes, I am very much I do that when I go into transitions, especially if I'm thinking really hard. Keep strong extensions in the boots. I will agree with that. There were times that I did catch myself like not pointing my toes. And that is a good note because that is something that I actually tell my students is like, just because you have shoes on doesn't mean you don't have to point your toes. You still have to point. So if you've taken my class before, do as I say, not as I do. Okay, mind your business. Many of my transitional shapes lack definition. Yeah, comes from rushing. Don't rush through your routine. Those were the judges' notes from my PSO Atlantic Championship Level 3 routine from 2021. I totally agree with that. I think we were pretty self-aware during this video. No surprises. There's definitely so many things that if I could go back and do this routine again, that I would clean up, that I would fix, that I wouldn't rush through. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is to have a good laugh about it. I did come in last place, which I was like, dang, but looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, that was totally deserved. I hope this was overall just educational for you guys. So if you plan on competing, here's some things that, you know, you can make note of. These are actual judges' notes. So make sure you take that in mind when you do your routine, when you put it together, and when you perform on stage. If you would like for me to react to any of your pole videos, send those to the Pole Suites Instagram. That's at Shop Pole Suites. You can DM them to us, or you can send an email and I'll put it here, but it's polesuites@outlook.com. You don't have to be like me and send the one where you lost. You can send a good one. I want to do those types of videos, and I think my next video I will react to one where I did win, so that you can see a little bit of the difference. I hopefully will be able to compete in PSO again soon. I will not be competing in PSO next month in April, but that is because Pole Suites will be selling there. We were able to get a booth. I am so excited to meet you guys and so excited to see you guys there. So if you are going to be at PSO Atlantic, I'll put the dates down here. But if you're going to be there, it's going to be in Washington, D.C. So come to the Pole Suites table, check us out, come get some goodies, or just come say hi and give me a hug or a fist bump. I will see you guys there, and I will see you guys next Thursday in the next video. All right, bye.